Maccabi USA president Jeffrey Bukantz will see a variety of sports at the Maccabiah this summer. However, one will be extra special: fencing, a sport his father competed in decades ago.
But I grew up in this fencing community that a lot of his friends were fencers, and he exposed me to fencing at a young age. I was Danny Bukantz's little kid, and that's how I sort of grew up. And I was really happy to be Danny Bukantz's little kid.
Eventually, he'd follow his father into the sport, but not without some initial hesitation.
I always was afraid that when he watched me, I just really wasn't as good. It took a long time for me to succeed. And candidly, I was afraid that he was going to drop dead of a heart attack at a fencing tournament watching me and being frustrated that he knows what he would have done in a situation. I really wasn't capable of it.
After finishing fourth in 1981 and third in 1985, Jeffrey Bukantz would have one more chance to win the Maccabiah gold his dad did in 1950 in the foil event.
And I was up against a young kid that was twice as fast, half my size, half my age, and he's running me ragged. And at that point, I was losing 7-5, winner is a 10. And I said, something's wrong here. He's running me around. And I remember a tactic that my dad told me always about keeping the distance. That if you keep the distance, you still have a chance. So I had to figure out a way to keep a bigger distance from this firecracker who was running me ragged. And it clicked into my head. I changed my strategy and the distance. I scored the next 5 touches and finally got the gold medal. And when I ripped off my mask, the tears were coming out of my eyes. It was, to no one else in the world did it matter, but to me it did, and to my dad too.
While he continued to have opportunities in fencing, including going to the Olympics, Jeffrey Bukantz stayed involved with Maccabi USA, allowing him to stay connected to sports, Israel, and his religion.
But because I got involved with Maccabi USA, I have a much greater feeling for the religion. I certainly am a huge supporter of Israel. I'm a huge Zionist. We're a Zionist movement. We're a Zionist organization. And I feel very proud that, like, where I used to feel a little bit guilty, I said, wow, maybe I'm not a good enough Jew. So I felt. I said, well, okay, this is my involvement in the religion. And through this involvement in the religion, I have helped expose thousands of Jewish athletes of all ages, especially young ones, to their culture, to their heritage, to the state of Israel. And I don't think I have to be guilty anymore. I feel very proud of what I've done and my involvement in the religion through Maccabi USA.
Now, after decades of competing and leading at the Maccabiah, Bukantz will be honored this summer with the Yakir Award for his service to the games.
When I look at this Yakir Award, I said, the path that I took of getting more involved in the organization, making my own friends, contributing, it's really a very nice thing to know that I was able to reach that level and earn the respect of my peers to get this award.
While being honored for his service thus far, Bukantz isn't done yet, as he looks forward to another opening ceremony.
I can't wait to march into the opening ceremonies, and it never gets old. I've done it so many times, and I just want to say one thing about the opening ceremonies. I marched into the Olympic Games twice, in 04 and 08, as team captain. It was an amazing experience. You're walking on air. You're proud to be an American. You're proud to represent your country. You're proud of yourself. It's amazing. But when you walk into the Maccabiah, it's a little bit different in a special way, because you're proud of yourself, you're proud to represent the country, and you're proud to be there, but you're proud to be a Jew, and you know that everyone in Teddy Stadium is proud of you.
So, after a postponed year due to COVID-19 and lots of planning, Bukantz is ready to walk the opening ceremonies.
It's sort of like Disney World. You might stand in line for Space Mountain for a long time, and then that ride's over in 3 minutes. Same thing here. We're going to be online for hours and hours, and the walking around's over in a minute and a half or 2 minutes, but it's 2 minutes where the hair stands on end, and you'll never forget it.